नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेषा शुद्धवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण
हरे
हरे हरे
हरे
हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण। Hare Krishna. So last time we have seen the till Pandavas retiring. So today we will continue our discussion of Srimad Bhagavatam with Parikshit Maharaj rule. So we have seen how Pandavas have retired, that we have discussed. So now that Pandavas have retired, now Parikshit Maharaj, he has become king. So the 16th chapter describes that how he was like, how he became king. And there is some particular incident that happens in his kingdom. So there is a discussion between a bull and a cow. So that discussion will happen. Parikshit Maharaj sees that discussion. So based on that discussion progresses. So basically, how Kali Yuga is entered into this world, that is being described in these two chapters. So how Parikshit Maharaj received the age of Kali. So interesting discussion, because yes, we are living currently in Kali Yuga, and so many effects of Kali Yuga already, so many effects are there. We are already influenced, no doubt about it. So we will get to know some of the principles, how we can live nicely in this Kali Yuga, so that we will see. So Parikshit Maharaj, he was he now after Pandavas retired, as we have seen, Yudhishthir Maharaj has enthroned Parikshit Maharaj as the king for all over the world. So Parikshit Maharaj started ruling the world under the direction of Lord Krishna and all the Brahmanas. So because he is a great devotee of the Lord, Parikshit Maharaj, so he was always very, very careful to rule according to Dharma. As previously we have seen how when Parikshit was born, all the Brahmanas have predicted that this person is a very great person and he will rule according to so many glorious characteristics of different personalities. So according to their prediction, Parikshit also started ruling according to those predictions very nicely. So everyone was very much pleased with him. He got married to the daughter of King Uttara. So King Uttara is the brother of his mother Uttara. Uttara is the wife of Abhimanyu, and Uttara is like a brother of Uttara. So he is the son of Virata Maharaj. So he died in the battlefield of Mahabharata. He also. So Parikshit married daughter of him, so uncle's daughter basically. And through her, he begot 4 sons headed by Janamejaya, Maharaj Janamejaya. The Maharaj Janamejaya character will come in at the end of 12th canto, where he was like very upset when Parikshit was died. So he performed what is called as Sarpa Yaga, Sarpa Yajna, where he was performed one yajna to kill all the snakes in this world. So that is like very powerful yajna where all the snakes are getting killed. So at that time, one Rishi will come and stop that yajna, and later on in that same assembly, Mahabharata was spoken. So Janamejaya one was the one who hears Mahabharata from Vaishampayana Rishi. This is the history of Janamejaya. It will come later also. Then Parikshit Maharaj, he under the guidance of Krupacharya, he performed 3 sacrifices, 3 horse sacrifices, Asaveda Yajna, and it was such a wonderful sacrifice he performed that in those sacrifices, even common men could see devatas coming there. So while they are previous years, while they are doing sacrifices, the devatas like they will personally come and accept. So when our Parikshit Maharaj he has performed sacrifice, the devatas have come and they were able to see. So common men could also see in that assembly, in that sacrifice. They were able to see the devatas. So Sutta Goswami Naik, in one verse he mentions that once Parikshit Maharaj he was moving around the world to conquer the world. So that time he saw the Kali personified person. And Kali, so he was like lower than a Shudra. He disguised himself as a king. So he is like he is low class person, means all his habits are very low, but he disguised himself as a king, and he is kind of cutting the legs of cow and bull. He is basically he's torturing cow and bull. So king he saw this person and he gave sufficient punishment to him. So he gave sufficient punishment to him, like that Sutta Goswami mentioned. So immediately Saunakadi Rishis they asked question, like when they heard that Parikshit Maharaj punished him. So they asked the question in a like slightly reverse way, like uh, why did Parikshit Maharaj simply punish him? Because why didn't he like kill him? Because he is torturing cows and bulls. He is a king and he is acting very adharmically. Why only simple punishment he has given? Like that he is asking. And please describe if that incident, if it is related to Krishna Katha. So they are like all these sages, although there are so many topics which may be discussed and which may be elaborated, but they are asking if that incident is related to Krishna Katha, please relate to us. So why they want to hear only Krishna Katha? Atavasya padam voja makaranda liham satam kimanye rasadalape aisho yet asadvyeha. So we are all accustomed to drink the nectar from the lotus feet of Krishna, Makaranda Liham Satam. People who are always trying to relish Krishna Kada. For them, Kimanye Rasadala, what is the use of all other topics, which is like Asadala means it is of not worth compared to Krishna Kada. Therefore, Ayusho yat asadvyaha. It will simply waste their time in useless activities. So therefore, if these activities of punishing Kali, if it is related to Krishna Kada, please narrate to us like that. They are saying, and they further says that in general, people like people who are always in general, death is one thing everyone will afraid. But what is happening in that assembly is that the Yamaraj himself has come and attending that assembly. So therefore, there is no death for people who are attending that assembly. And in general, anyone who is always engaging in hearing Krishna Kada, for them they can escape that death. So it means they will attain this process of cycle of birth and death, and they will attain deathless state of liberation. So they are saying that. So, and one more thing is that Yamaraj is personally attending that assembly. So therefore, as long as Yamaraj is present there, there will be no deaths in outside. So therefore, everyone is saved, kind of thing, in that narrations. So that is also saying. And people in general, they are saying that if people in general, they are in the night, they perform all the activities like sleeping and other things, and daytime they are performing activities which are of no use. So therefore, their life duration is getting reduced. So they can take advantage of Krishna Kada and perfect themselves like that. They glorify and please narrate that incident. At that time, Sutta Goswami again started narrating Parikshit activities. So Parikshit Maharaj is like we are discussing the activities of a king, like not only king, he is a emperor. Currently, Pandavas at that time they are like emperors of the whole world. So Parikshit got that kingdom. So he is an emperor of the whole world. So his activities are being described. What is his consciousness? What are his activities? So those are being described. So Kali, he saw in his kingdom that uh, so many activities which are irreligious things that are started happening. So these are like symptoms of age of Kali, where symptoms of age of Kali, those are getting infiltrated in his jurisdiction of state. So what is meant by Kali? Basically, Kali means quarrel. So wherever Kali resides, there is like a lot of quarrels that will happen. So basically, generally we have seen how when Yudhishthir Maharaj is ruling, all the people are very, very happy. There are no diseases, there are no mental agonies, and everything is according to proper season. And people in general, they are all happy. So that is when Kali has no effect. But what will happen when Kali is there? Slowly, the people tend to quarrel with each other. There are diseases of the body, diseases of the mind, and people in general, they will be always passionate and they will not be happy. So these are the general symptoms of Kali Yuga. So Parikshit Maharaj is observing through his generally king observes through his spies. So that is how king observes. So here Parikshit Maharaj could understand that in his kingdom slowly the activities of Kali are increasing. So he did not find the matter very palatable. Means he did not find that Kali is coming into his kingdom. He did not find it nice. So he wanted to conquer that Kali. So he went, but it is also nice chance for him to fight. So Kshatriyas sometimes they have that tendency that they will always look for some opportunity to exhibit their valor. So Parikshit has now got that. Now he can fight this adharma and exhibit his valor. So he took his bow and arrows and started prepared himself and started went to in all directions. So while he was traveling in that area, he saw like he was moving along with all his he was moving along with all his retinue, like elephants, soldiers, his foot soldiers, like that. So he was moving all over the earth. There are so many planetary systems. There are so many different parts in the earth. So he is moving all those parts. So there, wherever he is going, he is observing one particular thing. How how people, different people in different areas, they were all glorifying his grandfathers. So who are like Pandavas, and also they are glorifying Krishna. So and there he is also hearing how he is being protected by Krishna when he is in home. So like that he is easy hearing. And people they are so much affectionate to the Pandavas, Krishna. So in this way they are glorifying Krishna. So Krishna is very much pleased with their glorification. The Parikshit is very much pleased with their glorification of Krishna and his grandfathers. So, and he used to award them so many benedictions, like he used to give them necklaces, clothing. So, he used to give a lot of charity for them. And in particular, their affection for Pandavas, Krishna's affection for Pandavas, how he heard, that is mentioned in the shloka. Saratya Parshada Sevana Sakya Dhautya Veerasanangamana Stavana Pranama स्निग्धेषु पाण्डुषु जगत्प्रणतिं च विष्णु भक्तिं करोति नृपतिश्चरणारविन्दे. Saratya, Krishna acted in so many ways to serve Pandavas. So what are all he did? So he is the supreme lord, controller of the whole world. But how he served Pandavas, that's being mentioned here. Saratya, he acted as a driver. So fun in general, uh, driver position is not so much elevated position in general, but Krishna acted like a driver to Pandavas. Saratya Parshada, and he accepted like a very intimate associate for Pandavas. Sevana, he also did lot of services for Pandavas. So like even in Rajasuya sacrifice, he took the role of washing the feet of all the great personalities that comes to Rajasuya. So in that way, he acted like a servant to Pandavas. He also took some roles in their execution of duties. Sakya is like most intimate friend to Pandavas, to Arjuna, Bhima, Yudhishthir, Nakula, Sahdev. He acted like a Sakya. And Dautya is like he acted like a messenger. Again, messenger is not a like it's not a elevated post like some person who want to deliver like it is like a postman or some message. So he acted even like a dautya also, even a messenger, and he went to Kaurava's side and negotiated he asked, if you can just give us 5 villages, then Pandavas will be satisfied. But still the Kauravas did not agree for even for that also. So, so in that way he acted like Dautya. Virasana, Virasana. Virasana means like for example, Virasana means is particular asana where is like a soldier is always ready to attack if someone enemy comes. He will attack and destroy that person. That is like called as Virasana. So Krishna is like acted as a night watchman, like always with a drawn sword at night, like he's always trying to protect them. So in that way, he's acting. And Anugamana is always following in the footsteps of Pandavas like Yudhishthir. Stavana, he is offering prayers, pranaman, he's offering obeisances to Pandava like Yudhishthir Maharaj and Bhima because they are elders. So in this way, he is doing so many services to Pandavas. Why? Because Snigdeshu Pandushu. Because these Pandavas, they are all very malleable. Malleable to the what? Malleable to the will of the Lord. So Pandavas, they don't have any separate agenda. So they always have the agenda of pleasing the Lord. So that's why the Lord is also very much conquered by these Pandavas' love. So therefore, he acted in all these ways. Snigdeshu Pandishu, Jagat Pranitim cha Vishnu. So although he is worshipped by the whole world, Krishna, he acted like all in all these ways to them. So hearing all these things, so Parikshit Maharaj, wherever he goes, he used to hear how Krishna and Pandavas they used to reciprocate with each other. So hearing this, he was very much happy. He became So his love used to increase for Krishna and Pandavas. Bhaktim karoti nupatis charanaravinde. He used to offer his respectful obeisances to Krishna's lotus feet. So his bhakti would increase by hearing all these things. So in this way he was traveling. So in that while he was traveling, he saw one particular incident that he saw that there was a white bull and there was a cow. So there he saw that they he was like very much he saw at that particular time that this bull basically bull and cow basically bull is represented by dharma. He has come in the form of a bull, and mother earth, she has come in the form of a cow. So both of them, they are discussing with each other. So seeing the condition of mother cow, dharma is questioning the cow, means basically the earth. Mother earth, she is questioning, dharma is questioning mother earth in the form of cow. So she, like dharma is asking so many questions. Madam, so basically he is addressing cow, oh madam, oh, like you are very you are very noble person, but now you are looking like very morose, and you are looking like very thin. So you are like very like you are afflicted with so much grief, and your face has become like black. So looks like, are you suffering from any internal disease, or are you thinking of some relative in some distant place? These are basically what Dharma is addressing cow, is that these are all the different symptoms of Kali Yuga, which we can see currently also. So basically, he's saying that in Kali Yuga, people are always covered with some kind of grief and maybe some kind of mental agony, or at least like they will all sometimes miss their relatives, because in Kali Yuga relatives are often separated from each other. So you are lamenting for your relatives. So therefore you look unhappy. So like that he asks. And so Dharma says that I lost three of my legs. Now I am only standing on only one leg. So maybe are you lamenting for my situation? So basically Dharma is saying that previously Dharma has four legs. So in each successive yuga, one fourth of his legs will be weakened. So in Satya Yuga, Dharma stands on four legs. In the Treta Yuga, on three legs, means little Adharma, one fourth Adharma will come. And in Dwapara Yuga, half, say, two legs are like broken and two legs are there. So like half is Dharma, half is Adharma. But in Kali Yuga, like one third, one fourth is like Dharma, and three fourths is like Adharma. So I lost three of my legs. So because of that, are you lamenting? Or is asking that henceforth, from now onwards, since Kali Yuga is started, people will start exploiting you, oh cow. So that in India, it is previous generations, at least it is like unimaginable that someone can harm cow, because we always think cow is like worshipable, and we like so many ceremonies are there to worship the cow. But see the influence of cow, influence of Kali Yuga now, not only in the all over the world, but even in India also, so much cow slaughtering is happening. So people, the general, they don't care for cows protection, and they simply like they are eating cows. And in Western countries or wherever, it is like common thing all over the world. Except in India, all over the world, it is like there is nothing wrong in it. But in India also, it is happening. So this is how the Kali Yuga, to the extent it progressed. So So henceforth, all these people will exploit you and eat you. So because of that, you are mourning. So like that, he is asking. And also in Kali Yuga, no, all the devatas, they don't get any sacrificial offerings, because no one will perform any sacrifice to devatas, because in general, no one has any idea that one has to perform yajnas. So because devatas, they don't receive any sacrificial offerings. So are you lamenting because of that? So are you lamenting because of there will be so much famine and drought in Kali Yuga? So people in general will suffer. So because of that, are you lamenting? So this is like famine and drought is also common situation in Kali Yuga. Different times, different places it will come. So basically, yajna, as it is mentioned, that Kali people doesn't do yajna to devatas, because in general we, from our childhood, no one has taught us that we have to perform yajna. So we don't know how to perform yajna. So, but in Bhagavad Gita, it starts that because we are deriving so many benedictions from devatas, we should offer our gratitude and perform yajna to them. So the best way to perform that yajna, satisfy them, is to satisfy the root of all the devatas, that is worshipping Vishnu. And the best way to worship the Lord Vishnu is chanting his holy name. So therefore, in different ages, different processes are mentioned to perfect their life. So Kruteya Dhyayato Vishnu. In Satya Yuga, people used to meditate. And Tretayam Yajato Makai. In Treta Yuga, people used to perform sacrifices in the fire sacrifices that is prescribed there. Dwapare Paricharyayam. Dwapara Yuga, people used to perform so many deity worship kind of thing, service to deities. But in Kali Yuga, all these things are very, very difficult to perform, because we don't have any strength to perform meditation, so much concentration. We don't have so many distractions we have. And we cannot even perform sacrifices, because there is no qualified brahmanas. There is no milk available to generate ghee, proper milk. So this is very difficult even to perform sacrifice. Even to perform deity worship also, it is very difficult. But the simple process, kalau tat Hari Kirtana, in Kali Yuga, Hari Kirtan. Hari Kirtan includes both chanting the holy name of the Lord, glorifying the Lord Hari. So Hari Kirtan, this Hare Krishna mantra, very, very simple, anyone can do, but at the same time, it is very sublime and powerful. So by doing this Hare Krishna mantra, whatever time we can, it simultaneously achieves the so many purposes. One is like, as we are getting so many benedictions from Devatas and the Supreme Lord, just by this chanting yajna, like Krishna in 10th canto also Bhagavad Gita says that yajnanam japa yajñosmi. Of all the yajnas, I am japa yajna. So this chanting is like japa yajna. We are satisfying Lord Krishna. By that, all the devatas will also get satisfied. So in this way, we can satisfy all the devatas also. So in Kali Yuga, this is the prescribed method of performing yajna. Simple, but very effective and sublime. So Mother Cow, Dharma is asking Mother Cow that, so devatas, they don't get any sacrificial offerings. Because of that, are you lamenting? And when devatas doesn't get sacrifice, like doesn't get their sacrifices, they don't supply proper proper requirements for the people. So therefore, there will be famine and drought. So therefore, people in general suffer with all these activities. So that is how all the cycles will work. So once we understand that cycle, then we will be able to do better activities for the world. So now Dharma is still asking that there will be so many unhappy women and children, because they are exploited by unscrupulous persons. So this will also happen in Kali Yuga. Like because the women and children, when they are not protected, they will be exploited by people who want to exploit them. So are you lamenting for their condition? And are also lamenting for the people like the goddess, like the people who are addicted to irreligion. They kind of took the role of brahmanas, and they kind of destroy that culture of Vedas, and they destroy that culture of Vedic knowledge. So because people who are like addicted to sinful activities, they kind of act like brahmanas and kind of teach, kind of not treat the Vedas well or the knowledge well. That will create disorder in the society. So in general, it is mentioned that Kalo Shudra Sampada, Shudra Sambhava, like even the Brahmanas in Kali, like they also lose their uh, character, and they also perform illicit activities which are not to be done. So therefore, the whole culture will also go on. So are you lamenting for these disrespectful Brahmanas? Or not only Brahmanas, they are Kshatriyas who are like administrator. They also they don't respect the values of the Brahminical culture. So what is meant by Brahminical culture means basically all the good qualities are represented by Brahminical. That means tolerance and gratitude, tolerance, and helping others. So these are all like highly elevated qualities, and Brahmanas are supposed to possess them. So like it is a term, but in this world, any person who has all the good qualities, that can be said to be Brahmanas. And Kshatriyas who are administering the state, they have to follow the good advice of the Brahmanas who are directing according to these good qualities and according to Vedas, which prescribe certain way of having these good qualities all over for all the people. So when this combination of Brahmanas and Kshatriyas, when the head, like Brahmanas give the direction and Kshatriyas execute that direction, then in general people can be happy, because Brahmanas, when they are pure, when they have all the good qualities, they give the right direction, and Kshatriyas will execute that direction. Then people in general will be happy. But when there is both people, Brahmanas and Kshatriyas, both are polluted, then there will be disorder in the society. So Dharma is addressing how that in Kali Yuga, both Brahmanas are also corrupted and administrative people are also corrupted. So therefore, are you lamenting? So in this way, he is asking. And uh, they, because these Kshatriyas, they put, because they don't govern properly, they put all the state into disorder. So you are lamenting. And people in general, they are all unrestricted in their activities of eating, sleeping, drinking, and mating. So therefore, they are in general, they will be unhappy. So if someone is unrestricted in their habits, it will cause disturbance to them only, and the people surrounding them. Unrestricted people, they they are performing all these things. They are all addicted to so many things. So because that in that way they also suffer, but that will cause suffering for others also. So are you unhappy for they are because of them? Like that, in this way, Dharma is asking so many reasons for why cow or Mother Earth is unhappy. So, but still that cow is not replying. So now the Dharma is also asking one more question, why she might be lamenting. So that is like the Lord Krishna, who has come to this world to establish Dharma at the end of Dwapara Yuga. He established Dharma, but now again he left this world. So therefore, having gained the association of Krishna and again losing that association, are you lamenting? So that's what he is asking. Lord Hari has incarnated himself as Lord Krishna to remove the burden of the earth, and his activities are all transcendental, and he created the path for liberation for all the people. Now he is now absent because he has left this world. Probably now you are lamenting because of his absence. So your mother cow is also addressed as Mother Vasundhara, and Vasundhara means like Mother Earth is also addressed as Vasundhara. Vasundhara means one who is having all the riches. So you are having all the riches. Please tell me why you are lamenting, why you have become so thin, so weak. So I think time is very powerful. It can conquer the most powerful people. So therefore, looks like that time also overcome over it also overtaken your good fortune also. Looks like that he asked questions to Mother Earth. So Mother Earth, who is like Dharani in the form of cow, he was started replying to these Dharma's questions. So Mother Earth, he says, Dharani asks, or Earth, he is replying that, oh Dharma, like you have inquired so many questions to me. All these things, actually, you know all these things. So I will reply to your questions. Previously, you are also maintained by your four legs, but now you are only reduced to one leg, and so that is also happened to you. And you because when you are maintained by four legs, you are very happy, and that happened because of the mercy of the Lord. And the Lord who is having so many good qualities. So the Lord is said to be having so many good qualities are mentioned, like Satyam, he is always truthful, Shaucham, he is always cleanly, Daya, he is always merciful for others, Shanti, he is self-control, even if there is some anger, he is like very tolerant. And Tyaga, he has like magnanimity to give up things for others' satisfaction. Santosha, he is very self-satisfied in himself. All these qualities Krishna has, and a living entity, when he develops these good qualities, he also shines. So in general, it is mentioned that the Lord, he is full in 64 qualities, very good qualities, but a living entity can also develop 50 of those good qualities. So all our endeavor, while hearing Bhagavatam and trying to understand Bhagavad Gita, is that we should try to develop all these good qualities, so that when good qualities are developed, we also become attractive to Krishna, and Krishna will also become attractive to us. So when we hear these good qualities, our appreciation for the Lord also increases, and we should also try to imbibe these good qualities. So Lord is like having Santosha, he is always self-satisfied. Arjavam, he is straightforward, very simple. Shama, he has control of his mind. Dhamma, he has control over his sense organs. Tapa, he is like he performs austerity, he is responsible. Samyam, he is equal to friend and foe, friend and enemy. Titiksha, he tolerates others, the offenses of others. Uparati, he is indifferent to loss and gain. So, like when some loss or gain happen, both he handles equally. Shrutam, he follows the scriptural injunctions. Jnanam, he has the knowledge. Virakti, he has detachment from sense gratification. Aishwarya, he is the leadership qualities are there. Shaurya, he has very powerful, very chivalrous. Teja, he is very influential. Balam, he is is very strength. He has lot of strength. Smriti, he has he is like he will be able to perform his duty nicely. Swatantram, he is not dependent upon others. Kaushalam, he is very expert in his activities. Kanti, he is very beautiful. Dhairya, He's like he's very patient. He is like not disturbed by trivial things. Madhava is very kind-hearted person. Pragalipya means he is like very genuine. And Prashraya, he has gentility, very soft in his speech, gentle. Sheelam, mannerliness, he knows all the manners. Saha is determined. Oja, he has perfect knowledge. And Bhaga, he has like so many opulences. Gambhirya is very joyful or very steady. Stairya is very steady. Astikyam is very faithful to the God and Vedas. Kirti, he has fame. Mana is worthy of being worshipped. Anahankruti, he doesn't have pride. So in this way, so many good qualities Krishna had, and he has displayed here so many good qualities. So when he exhibited all these good qualities, it is very difficult to be separated from him who exhibited these wonderful qualities. Thus, that Lord, he has come, and when he left this world, this age of Kali has spreading its influence. So therefore, I am very sorry to see this condition in this world. And uh, like in this world, like people in general, they lost this culture of Varna and Ashrama. And Lakshmi ji, she is always want to worship Lord Krishna. So in general, people in general want the favor of Lakshmi. Because of that, they perform so many activities. For example, like everyone is trying to acquire money. So that means they are all trying to acquire the favor of Lakshmi Devi through various ways. But that same Lakshmi Devi, she always serves the lotus feet of the Lord. And so, but Mother the Bhumi is saying that Lakshmi Devi always hankers to serve the lotus feet of the Lord, but I have gained some special fortune that I have always associated with the lotus feet of the Lord. Whenever the Lord is walking on barefoot, so I was like very much in touch with the feet of the Lord, and I was being decorated with the impressions of the Lord's lotus feet. Lord's lotus feet is said to have so many impressions like flag, thunderbolt. In general, there are 19 symbols in the lotus feet of the Lord, and the devotees meditate on those symbols to have certain effect. So Mother Bhumi is saying that when Lord is walking, so all those symbols, they are all impregnated on me. They are impressions on me. So these are like decorations on me. So now that Lord, so Lord used to travel so many places, and different devotees used to miss, and different devotees used to gain the association. But as long as he stayed in this world, I had always the fortune of having his association. So, but that Lord, now he left me. So therefore, I am feeling this great pain. And when he came, previously, when I was so much overburdened by adharma, so many military people, they are all ruling undharmically. So that time, I only went and prayed to Brahmaji, and that time to relieve my burden, Lord has descended and reduced all this burden. But now that Lord has left. So therefore I am in distress. And now because that Lord has left, you are also weakened in your strength. So therefore, who can tolerate the separation from the Lord? He says, Kava saheta viraham purushottamasya prema valokarchira smitavat kujalpai stairyam samanamaharam madhumanayena Romo Mamayadam Grivitam Kitaya. So who can tolerate the separation from that Purushottama, the Supreme Lord? Because Premava Lokaruchira, his glances are like filled with love, and Smitavalgu Jalpa, he smiles and is talking, everything is filled with love. And even when his his wives like Satyabhama and others, Madhumanina, so they always, he used to satisfy all of them with his glances. He could conquer even the gravity and the looks of his wives like Satyabhama and others with his activities. So when he was traveling in my on my surface, Romotsavo Mama Yadangri Vitankitaya with that blissful touch of his lotus feet, Romotsavo, my Roma, like my hairs are used to stand on end. It is said that when the bhakti increases in one's heart, in the higher stages, when one attain bhava and others, when they chant the holy name or when they perform devotional activities, for them tears will come from their eyes and hairs will stand on end. So Mother Bhumi is saying that my hairs are standing in end, which is like uh, grass. Grass is considered to be the hair of Mother Earth. So the hairs used to stand. In this way, I used to experience lot of pleasure, but now I lost that pleasure. So in this way, both of these Mother Earth and Dharma, they are talking with each other. That time, Parikshit has come to that place. So Parikshit has come, and Parikshit, he observed that the this cow and cow and this bull, they are being tortured by a Shudra, like surrounding them. There is a Shudra, like a person, and he dressed himself like a king. So, and he is beating that cow and bull with a club, so that as if he is thinking they does not have any owner. So he saw the condition of that bull. He saw the condition of that cow, and he is standing nearby. So that bull is basically is like trembling because he is beating. He's like that bull is like very white in color, and he's trembling and urinating, and he was standing on one leg. And that cow, like who is like that cow is always said that cow always supports dharma by giving so many things which can be used. But now she has now like become like coughless and very poor. So his legs are being beaten by the Shudra. So therefore there were tears in her eyes in the cow. And she was like very much distressed and weak. And she is always looking for some grass in the field. So this is the like condition of cow even in current age of Kali. We can also see like cow. They are like they are current condition of cow is like people are like not treating her properly. Therefore they became poor, weak, and they are after as soon as cow stops giving milk, they are taking cows to slaughterhouse and they are killing. So that is like very, very poor treatment. And especially in slaughterhouses, they were treated like very cruelly. They although they don't have milk, they inject so many things and the cows are treated to give milk and forcefully they extract. In that current age also we can see all these things are happening. So what is discussed in Bhagavatam is actually 5,000 years. What is happening is like now is like elaborated in Kali Yuga. As Kali Yuga progressed, we could see that it is like much more elaborated the situation is. So Parikshit, so seeing the condition of this cow and this bull, he was like very much upset because in his kingdom this is being happened. So he's like a kshatriya, he cannot tolerate any injustice that is happening. So he immediately wanted to punish that person who is doing. But in order to punish, he first need to know the like evidence. He need to know the evidence that he is the one who is causing torture to this cow and bull. So therefore, he asked for evidence to this cow and bull. So he spoke like very gravely. He spoke to that person that who are you? You are and you appear very strong, but still within my protection, you are trying to kill these persons who are helpless person. and you dressed yourself as a king. As a king means generally having all the good qualities and supporting Brahmanical culture and supporting all the rules and regulations which are to be for the good of all the people, but you are just doing the opposite thing. Like these two are helpless creatures, and you are torturing them and trying to kill them. So this is like just opposite to the Kshatriya's nature. So therefore, are you thinking that just because Krishna and Arjuna they are out of sight, they are not there, therefore you can beat these innocent creatures? So because you are now beating them in an innocent place, therefore you are like a culprit. So therefore you deserve to be killed. So and therefore basically he want to kill him, but he needs an evidence. So therefore he asks Bull that he, oh Bull, who are you actually? You are looking like as white as a white lotus. You are very white. Are you a Devata, Dharma in the form of this bull? And you have lost three of your legs and only moving on one leg. So are you some Devata who is causing us grief in the form of a bull? And then now he says that I, in my kingdom, in this Kuru dynasty, I am seeing you for the first time that there are tears in your eyes. Up until till now, there is no one on this earth that shed tears because of our negligence, like royal order negligence. So please tell me. And he is also addresses cow, like he addresses the bull only. He says that now you need not lament now. So this person is torturing you. Please say who is the cause of your suffering. I will take care. And oh mother cow, as long as I am there as a ruler, you need not worry no more. Everything will be good for you. So like assuring them that I will take care. I will punish the miscreants. So in general, people perform any wrong activity that will come to the king's name, good name. So therefore, since if there are any miscreants in their kingdom, then the king will be blamed. So therefore, kings certainly the duty is to protect people who are following scriptures and punish who are deviating from scriptures. Basically, scriptures will give what is good for us. So basically, one who follow good, one who is following righteous principles, he should be protected by the administrators. And one who deviate from righteous behavior, who is causing suffering to others and so many disturbances, he should be punished by administrators. So that is the duty of a king. So please let me know. In this way, he is asking again and again for the cow and bull. So who is the cause of your suffering? Like that he is asking. Now, bull, he replied that the words of Dharma are interesting. So Dharma's reply is interesting because Parikshit is again and again asking, who is the cause of your suffering? But the interesting way the Dharma replied was, like he initially glorified Parikshit, that he initially glorified him that you are your words are just befitting to a person coming from the Pandava lineage, because they are dharmically ruled and they always give protection for the people. So your words are befitting them. So you are asking that who is the cause of my suffering? So I am saying that it is very difficult for me to ascertain the cause of my suffering. There are so many philosophers, and so many philosophers have given so many different reasons why I am suffering. So basically, he is not directly telling what is the cause of your suffering, means he is not pointing. This person who is beating me, he is cause of my suffering. He is not directly addressing. He is saying because there are so many reasons. He is only immediate instrument to cause me, give me suffering. There are so many other reasons. Like some people attribute it to, like some people attribute it to their own activities they have done previously. Some people attribute it to daiva, superhuman power. They will attribute to their karma, their swabhava previously. They, because of their nature, they are getting, they are experiencing this suffering. So, like that, there are so many reasons, so many philosophies to say what is the cause of suffering, but it is very difficult to ascertain the cause of my suffering. So it is apratarkyat anityesha. It is beyond the power of reasoning and beyond the power of thinking. So therefore, it cannot be expressed. So therefore, you only think what who caused, differ with your own intelligence. So like that, Dharma did not point out that this person is the cause of my suffering. Because when a person, that person is only acting as an instrument. So original cause may be, so many other factors may be there. So he did not immediately point out the person who is causing immediate suffering. So hearing that, Parikshit could understand that the immediately Parikshit can understand that definitely your dharma personified. You are the dharma in the form of a bull because you are actually speaking dharma. So you are actually speaking dharma because if anyone point out that he is the cause of my suffering, that person himself will become he is like acting like adharma. He himself is like doing some adharma. He is pointing out because of him I am suffering. So because you know that dharma, so therefore you are definitely dharma personified. So no one can understand the plan of the Lord. No one can understand the will of the Lord. No one can understand why certain things are happening. So previously you had 4 legs, but now 3 legs are broken. Tapas, Shaucham, Daya, Satyam. These are the 4 legs that are mentioned. Tapa means austerity. Shaucha is cleanliness. Daya is mercy, showing compassion for others. Satyam is truthfulness. So previously you had these 4 legs, but now because adharma is increasing, because of that pride, 3 of these legs are gone. So Kali is trying to destroy that, even that 1 leg that is remaining. This Kali is trying to destroy that 1 leg that is remaining. So previously, when the Lord is there, that burden is removed. He established all the dharma. But now seeing that the Lord has left, so this low class man, he has overtaken you and he is trying to cause disturbance. So therefore now I will destroy this Kali. So like that he concludes that this Kali is the cause and he wanted to punish Kali. So we'll see later how he deals with Kali. So in this section, he has like addressed the Mother Earth and Mother King Bull both discussion. So what we have seen in this section is like the Parikshit, he became king, he became king. Initially, the king's Parikshit rule is described, and like Sota Goswami and Sonakadi Rishis, they want to hear about the activities of Parikshit if it is connected to Krishna Kada. And Parikshit, wherever he is traveling, he is hearing the glories of Pandavas and Krishna. So by hearing that, he became very happy. So in one particular incident, in one particular place, there is a certain discussion between cow and uh, bull. So bull started addressing cow. What are the various reasons for cow's lamentation? So he gave several reasons how Kali Yuga people are suffering. All those things we can see. And Mother Earth also replied to bull that yes, I am suffering because of all these things. But the main suffering I am feeling is I am bereft of the association of the Krishna. So how can I tolerate Krishna's association? At that time, Parikshit will come. So when Parikshit he saw that the cow and bull are being tortured by this Kali personified. So therefore he asked bull that please tell me who is the cause of your suffering. But bull did not reply. It is very difficult for us to ascertain who is the cause of our suffering. Therefore, Parikshit could understand that you are dharma personified only. So therefore, he understood that Kali is causing them torture. So therefore, he wanted to deal with Kali. So this is how we are discussing. I will stop here. If there are any comments or questions, please let me know. Does anyone want to add something?
I think we're all good, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you. So maybe I will end here. Thank you very much. We'll continue our discussion how Parikshit Maharaj dealt with the Kali Yuga and the further events. So, Chandra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai. Hari
Jai
Bol.
Prabhu. Thank you. Good night.